Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for May 2026. This is a general reading meant for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. Let's take a look at your overall energy here, Sagittarius. What you've drawn is the card of Silver Siren, Medusa, which speaks about appearances, and we also have the card of change. Now this is the wheel of life. Fate, destiny, karma. So there's an energy around change, changing appearances. You may be changing your appearance. There may be things that you're seeing that are changing. Not necessarily on the surface, but beneath the surface. You could be seeing beyond appearances. You could be seeing things that you haven't seen before. Noticing. It feels like going into situations differently with your eyes wide open and with the knowledge of knowing exactly who you are. Yes, you're not letting deception take hold. In fact, I feel you're casting the energy back at them. If someone is directing negative energy towards you, you're casting it back at them. You're not letting it infiltrate your mind, your heart, your soul. Sagittarius. Definitely a change. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on here. First, I'm going to be looking at you. What's going on around you in the month of May. I'll be looking at your goals, what it is that could be challenging you or holding you back, Sagittarius. Also taking a look and seeing what you will accomplish this month, anything that you should avoid and anything that you should embrace. I want to take a look and see what's helping or hindering you at this time, and of course the potential outcome and any advice along the way. Alright Sagittarius, let's take a look. While I'm putting down these cards, I want to thank you for supporting me, Sagittarius, liking, sharing my videos whenever you can, certainly helping me out by subscribing and commenting down below. Please do keep them coming. I try to respond whenever I can, so please do keep those coming, guys. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What's this change about, Sag? The Four of Pentacles. Yes. You know what's changed? I feel for you, you've been very, very generous in the past. Perhaps a little too giving, a little too generous. And there may have been people that took advantage of that, took advantage of your kindness, your empathy. But this time I see you withholding, not in a bad way, but in a very good way, because this is keeping yourself safe from harm. Now, when other people want to take from you, you're not having it. And I feel that you may see an exit of people around you at this and in this month, Sagittarius, of people who perhaps trying one more time to see if they can squeeze a little bit more out of you, Sagittarius, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. We've got this Knight of Swords. Okay. I can't help but feel that this is... I'm seeing a vision of you, Sagittarius, and it's a very serious you. You're someone who can be very playful, very seductive. A lot of Sagittarians are very, playfully seductive. There's a flirtatious energy here, but this has some sort of serious bent to it. Okay. A need to take something more seriously, possibly around a message or something coming in, Sagittarius, in the month of May 2026. Now, what it is that you are trying to... Okay, justice, yes. Justice, this is your goal. Doing things with integrity. Knowing what is right. Yeah. You're staying on the right side of justice here, Sagittarius. Something could be being offered to you, or someone could be coming in at this time that is offering you something that seems to be too good to be true. Trust your gut on it. Trust your instincts. Some of you may have been led down a wrong path in the past regarding finances. But trust in your wisdom and trust in your intuition here to do what is right. What's challenging you here is the Nine of Swords. Yeah. It feels like being on a precipice, waking up in the middle of the night with a lot of anxiety around a situation, fear. And what you're going to achieve here is the Knight of Wands. Getting things under control. Getting your thoughts under control here, Sagittarius. I'm going to get another couple of cards. I want to see what your spirit animal is for this month. Your spirit animal or your familiar for the month of May for Sagittarius. The fox. Now the fox is a very stealthy kind of energy. On this deck it says clever, and of course you are. So I feel this is about needing to be cleverer than someone else at this particular time. Especially if there's someone around you who feels like they can take advantage of you in some way, you're not letting it. And if it bothers someone to the extent that they get angry with you because you're not capitulating or you're not doing what they normally want you to do, and normally you've done it in the past, I think that you have to be non-reactive to this person. I get a little bit of a problem child around you here, Sagittarius. Always listen to your instincts about someone, especially if they're coming across in a way which is very seductive. There's something behind that. It's very surface level energy, and I feel like there's no integrity behind it. It's like someone saying words, but their actions say completely the opposite. And I think intuitively you're picking up some sort of hesitation. Something about this person that makes you withdraw, Sagittarius. Always listen to your instincts. I feel that this person may be coming in promising you something, resources, but I don't feel like they can back it up, guys. Okay, let's see where this is going. What you should avoid, we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Don't give up on your goals. If someone's offering you some sort of easy way, or what seems like an easier way, be cautious, be careful of that. If someone's asking you to give up something that you've been working on for a very long time, I would say be cautious, be careful. Protect what you've built, protect what you have in any kind of way, whether that's physical, by maintaining the perimeter of your home, your office, making sure that your work is protected, making sure that you're protected at this time. For a very small few of you, like 2 or 3. Now, I don't want to panic anyone or get anyone upset, but I am picking up a message here from Spirit that if you have someone around you that's like that you know is watching you, or that you know is stalking you, please maintain protection. Or if you have someone that's just crossing your boundaries, they may not be stalking, but they may just be crossing your boundaries like constantly. Be cautious of that person, because they could become angry and be reactive in some way, and I think that you have to be very cautious around people that are like that. What you need to embrace here, we've got the Two of Swords in reverse. Some of you have to make a difficult choice, a difficult decision, because somebody's gotten out of control, or they've done something here where they've crossed your boundaries and it's just too much. It's to a level that's extreme. For some of you it could be an ex, of course. For others it could be an associate, perhaps even a colleague that's become overly aggressive in the workplace. And around you we do have this Ace of Swords. Yeah, all this swords energy, I mean, justice isn't necessarily a swords energy, but I feel like it is connected with this Two of Swords in the reversed, and it's about making some difficult choices here and knowing that you have to do the right thing, making a choice that has consequences, and making sure that the consequences are things that you can live with. Yeah, the truth and justice. And the outcome here is the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I like that. It feels like independence. It feels like having sovereignty, having dominion over your own life. It's the thing is, whatever this person is doing, I feel that they're this energy. I don't feel that they can actually do anything to you. You could be fearing that. You could be fearing that this person could do something to you, but I don't think so. I think as long as you protect your work, protect yourself, protect what you've built, and not let this person in. Like I get like a force energy. It could be somebody that's trying to force their way into your work, or something that they are looking to get from you. It's very seductive energy. But if you look beyond what first appears to be something good, there's like this snake. This person's being a bit of a snake. And I feel it's this Knight of Swords, whoever this is. It can be male or female. It could be someone with strong air in their chart. Something here about an ulterior motive. Let's see. I'm going to get a card from this deck here. A message for Sagittarius, please, Spirit, for May 2026. Minerva. You know, this kind of looks like your energy. I see you as someone who's very much a free spirit, who takes on the world, doing things your way. And Minerva talks about practicing your craft. Well, that's really about whatever you do for work, guys. Our craft is what we do and what we have passion about. So for a lot of my Sagittarians, regularly practicing what it is that you love to do. It could be art, craft, discipline, music, performance. Be diligent as you pursue your passion, and you will reap the benefits as long as you are determined to continue to show up and do what you need to do here, Sagittarius. Here, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't get tempted into something here which is going to lead to giving up your work. And I feel like you've come too far here, Sagittarius. You've come too far to give up what you love. Yeah. Now, it's not always easy, of course. Work very rarely is. Sometimes some days it'll feel good, sometimes it will feel slow and unproductive. Cycles. Remember that card of change that we had there, Sagittarius. Where did I put that? Oh, right here, right in front of me. Had this card of change, the Wheel of Fortune. Some days are diamonds, some days are stone, but it's constantly changing. So the message here, loud and clear, is to not give up. Whether you're a beginner, an amateur, or a master, you still have to train every day. Yes. Now, Minerva is a Roman goddess, and she is the goddess of arts, crafts, commerce, music, poetry, writing, maths and science, logic, and the healing arts. So you could be working in any of these fields, Sagittarius. And it's about study, thought, mastery, focus, all of those good things. And it's not about ego and needing to impress. No, there's depth here. People may look at you and see just the surface level, but there's a lot of depth there. You carry a lot of depth, wisdom within you through experience and through what you've learned through study, books. And I don't think you're doing whatever you're doing here to impress or for ego, although there may be a lot of people around you that do that. Now, I get you, Sagittarius, as being one of the few that has a humble approach to your craft, whatever that you do. There's an energy here of learning as you go. There's a spirit of adventure here. Keeping a good balance between. I see you as someone who really enjoys going to like craft markets and festivals, and you don't really enjoy like super fancy places. I get more of a humble approach here. That Nine of Pentacles feels to me like a humble approach. People can look at you and think, oh gosh, Sagittarius, they're very attractive, they're independent, I wish I could be like them. Yeah, I'm getting people looking at you and thinking, well, what does Sagittarius, what do they know really? They seem a little too free thinking, a little out of the box, more of a global adventurer. What do they really know? But the thing is, you know a lot. I think that it's your appearance. People seem to have made assumptions here, and there's some injustice in that, because I think that if you have been judged unfairly here, Sagittarius, certainly, and then it's I don't think that that's fair. But with that Ace of Swords, there is a change when it comes to how people view you or see you. Yeah. And that has something to do with seeing you as someone who isn't flaky or flighty, but rather someone that they can trust, someone that shows up, someone that's there, is supportive in some way, that doesn't give up. And that will support your long-term success. Interesting, because we've got this card of Medusa, and what I'm noticing here is that we've got Minerva and we've got Medusa. Now, Minerva punishes mortals who act out of hubris, ego, arrogance. She turned Arachne into a spider, and she turned Medusa into a gorgon. Oh, so there could be someone around you who's acting with hubris, an arrogant person, someone who's very focused on appearances, narcissistic, you have the ability here, Sagittarius, to turn those kind of people into a gorgon. Yeah, and the thing is, what you will reward is people who are bold adventurers. When Ulysses and Hercules needed help during their adventures, she famously stepped in. So helping those that don't act from a place of arrogance, and not rewarding people who do act from that place. Minerva also credited with inventing numbers, medicine, and the flute. So I'm getting some disappointment around perhaps a friend, lover, colleague. That's coming through loud and clear here. I see the rabbit here as a symbol of fertility, abundance, and success if you apply yourself to your chosen art, craft, hobby, or career path. If you haven't chosen a path yet when it comes to your career, this can be a message to make a selection. You know, that Two of Swords in reverse. Make a selection, and commit. Make a selection and commit. I feel like you're making a selection to commit to independence, sovereignty, a free mind, a free thinker. Whatever it is that you master, it's less important what you choose and more important that you commit to it. Some days, of course, you'll be, that some days are diamonds. That's an old John Denver song, for those of you who remember. And, there's some days when you feel naturally inspired and then other days you won't. That's just human nature. But the difference between someone who becomes a master and someone who stays at a lower level is a master pushes through fear, boredom, and inertia by showing up to practice. When you think about people who have learned or mastered something like the piano or some other instrument or acting, they show up, they practice. They don't walk through with arrogance and say, "Oh yeah, I can just walk through this, no problem." No, they recognize that they have to keep practicing, keep learning. It never ends. Regardless of energy and mood, people who are become experts in anything, they have to push through those days when you just don't feel like it, right? Now, of course, that's not to say that Sagittarius, you have to, with that Knight of Wands, completely give up taking vacations or holidays. But Spirit is saying here that there will be reward and merit for actions taken, consistent actions. Minerva, she kind of played favorites. Well, she did. She picked and chose when it came to people that she would reward, and the bold adventures and the ones that couldn't match her energy, and that were too arrogant and unteachable, that felt that they knew everything and there was nothing more to learn. She let those people have it, really. She kind of played favorites in a way, discerning between heroes and the folks who were just in it for the glory. Yeah. There's a lot of that out there, guys. A lot of superficiality and a lot of people that are just out there for ego purposes. But Sag, you're not one of those people. The heroes don't just show up on days when their work is easy or when they're in a good mood. But also on the days when it feels like a grind. Work is work. You have to show up. They're willing to use fortitude and strength. Yeah. Wow. And, I feel if you've been doing that, success will naturally come to you. I get you a very smart cookie, Sagittarius. Yeah. Seeing through this appearance. And you might be wondering, well, are people seeing me in the wrong way? Are they seeing me as someone who just wants glory, acting out of ego? But I think that you have to recognize that people are smart out there. They may not see it initially because you may have an outward appearance. But once they see the depth of you, once they see how you operate, who you are, once they see the real you, Sagittarius, I feel that you have to recognize that people are smart enough to connect the dots. And that may be the change that's coming in here, Sagittarius. Sunglasses. Oh, yeah, here's this stalking energy guy. I don't know who this is. But I do feel like there's somebody around you. Now, they're looking at you, but their perception may be a little bit off. They may see you as someone who is looking for fame or glory in some way, but I don't feel that that's really you. And it bothers you. I think being misunderstood, someone's perception being off, it does bother you. But ultimately, you can't be responsible for how other people, we all look at other people through our own perspective, our own lens. So, not everyone's going to get you here, Sagittarius, but as long as you're acting with integrity, doing the right thing, I think you'll be fine. We've got, you have many options. When it comes to a decision, I think that you're being called to make a decision and stick to it. It could be unconventional in some way. For those of you who are meeting someone this month, make sure that you're not just being strung along here. This one-night stand energy. Stopping the pattern. I did get that with that change card. Taking an axe to this pattern. Putting in some kind of change here, Sagittarius. It may feel like life has been repeating itself, but with that Ace of Swords, you're becoming mindful. Buddhists call this wheel the wheel of life and death, the wheel of time. It moves like a wheel. Birth is followed by death, death is followed by birth, success is followed by failure, and failure is followed by success. There's constant change. So there's an energy here of seeing a pattern emerging. One day you could be feeling really good, really happy, and another day you feel kind of dull, feeling like there's one day very hopeful and the next day not feeling very hopeful at all, but just the day before you were so full of life. Once you see the pattern, you can get out of it. So for a lot of you, it's recognizing how your thoughts seem to dictate how the rest of the day goes for you. I think that, Sagittarius, a lot of you have to get up first thing in the morning, and before you look at the news, and before you look on your phone, your social media, just take a minute to really focus on something very positive and something that you're very grateful for, with a sense of humility. That will go a long way in drawing to you what you want at this time, which is a powerful change. I think powerful change is coming in for you. Any other messages here for Sagittarius, please, Spirit? Nobility and self-esteem. A quote by Ernest Hemingway: "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self." Well, isn't that the truth? The Magnolia. Could be someone around you who feels superior. But I feel like if you have anyone around you that's like that, they haven't changed. People who feel like they know it all, or that they're superior to others, they don't continue learning. They just stay stuck in that energy. But true nobility is the ability to make changes in your life, to change. The people that stay stuck, that don't change at all, feel like they just don't have the ability to look at themselves in the mirror and see what needs to be changed. Someone around you who could feel more than you, but it's oh gosh, guys, whoever that person is. Could be someone that you're axing out of your life at this time, Sagittarius. Any other messages here, please, for Sagittarius? What needs to be surrendered? Yeah, surrender to the magic of who you are. I think that you've changed. You know, you're not letting other people dictate your life, and you're not there for people who aren't just kind of forcing themselves over your boundaries. You could be separating from someone here, stopping a pattern. I also get an energy of someone around you who likes to get power over you, or who has given power over you in the past by giving you a lot of silent treatment. If someone is giving you the silent treatment, or has a history of abandoning you in times of need, sees themselves as above you in some way, this is you recognizing that you are unique and that your worth comes from just being you. You know, recognizing your worth here with this Nine of Pentacles. Whoever this person is, they think that you need them, but it looks like I don't feel that you really do. Surrender your fear of change. Here we go again. I feel that this is you taking an axe to something and making big changes in your life. You're being protected in this energy with the Four of Pentacles. So whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or even crossing over, repeat the affirmation that I have faith that all is well. And surrender to creativity. I did say that this month is a good one for you to really think about ways that you can reprioritize. There could be someone who's taking up a lot of your time. I also get this message. If you have someone around you that's a bit of a problem child, I keep getting that, by throwing up a mirror, you being a mirror in some way to this person's behavior. It's not by telling them outright what they're doing. It's just by the way that you react, stopping the pattern. That's the way that you get this person to look in the mirror and maybe change. Some will try, have some sort of epiphany or breakthrough. Others won't, but you'll know, and you'll know what to do. You may have to make a difficult choice here around a person that just doesn't seem to change. Some of you may have be given some options here when it comes to making decisions by another person. I get an image of you sitting in an office environment and someone saying, hey, these are your options. Be careful to look at anything that seems too good to be true. Choose a path of independence, sovereignty. Heavenly helpers, your spiritual team is guiding you through this difficult situation. You are a natural born leader, and you were born to lead others. It's a part of your life's path. And karma, with that Justice card, with the Two of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, you may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. And a wake-up call. Someone may be getting a wake-up call But I feel that when it comes to your life purpose, waking up every day, putting the alarm on early, getting to work, that will help a lot. And soul group, you're getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. Yeah, the ones that cannot change, the ones that believe that they have all the answers, that don't want to learn, that don't want to study. I feel that those are the people that are going, but you're about to bring in a whole new group of people and a whole new soul tribe towards you, finding your soul tribe. Spiritual gifts, yeah, and every day you're developing and processing, fine-tuning your spiritual gifts. Sagittarius, let's get one more card for you. For May 2026, final message for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Whoa. Determination. Yeah. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Love this card. I love the colouring of it, actually. When we talk about determination, you've experienced a lot of trauma, blockages. These were lessons, of course. But the colour red here, my favourite colour, is the colour of the root or base chakra. And that's about excitement, keeping life exciting, sustainable. It's also associated with trusting, belonging, and accepting. When you feel lost or insecure, you tend to lose energy due to fear. That feeling lost and insecure tends to make us fear the path ahead. But when the root chakra energy is in balance, that's being grounded, centered, healthy, vibrant, with physical energy, loving your body, using your body, taking care of your body, feeling secure, displaying common sense here with this Justice card. So this is about feeling rooted in order to lift away any kind of feelings of being lost or feeling insecure. Focus your attention on this color red. Allow yourself to feel all of the energy and creativity flowing back into your life. You know, red symbolizes love, happiness, action, confidence, and it provides a sense of protection from fears, from anxiety. That 9 of Swords that we had there right in the center. So remain positive, open to all of the possibilities. Make a choice, commit to it. Doing this will strengthen the root chakra and create stability and inner strength. Sagittarius, I am going to leave it there for your message for May and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me, Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy, ETSY, or my links are down below. My email is also down there, guys. Don't forget to press that like button before you go. Share me on your social media. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, I thank you so much for your subscriptions. And please do drop me a comment down below if you want to claim this energy, guys. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, and bye for now.